Well, welcome back. And Jim, welcome back in the hot seat.
Yes, thank you.
I'm going to ask you a viewer question.
Okay.
Here we go. And this week's about your retirement. A viewer asked, Jim, since the recent bad storms and bad hail damage, our neighborhood has been cluttered with roofing people. They've been continuous knocks on the door and the same old sales pitch. Some of them, well, they're a little scary with their high-pressure sale pitches. How do you determine the most reputable people to go through?
Well, great question, and I like where it says neighborhoods cluttered with roofing people, but there's been so much storm damage in the past few years, and it's even forced some insurance companies to not write insurance here anymore. But beyond that, I think it's always best to go with local Oklahoma roofing contractors and roofing companies, a place where you can go to an office, talk to the owner if you want to. Their license plate tag on their truck is Oklahoma, and to be safe. We used to call them stormtroopers. They'd travel all over the country and people would get ripped off and all, and finally we got licensing in place we'll talk about in a second, but you can always, used to, the Oklahoma Roofing Contractors Association would provide you a list of their contractors and that qualified with insurance and all of that. In fact, when I was a young boy, my father and a group of roofing contractors formed that association, and so it's good to check on things like that. But the first thing I want to give you some important advice. If an offer sounds too good to be true, it's probably not. Yeah. And so anytime somebody says, well, now here's a special deal, you got to choose now or never, choose never. Don't sign tablets or anything. I've had more viewers tell me signing tablets have got them in trouble because there's so much small print and computers can be modified. Use Jim's 24-hour rule. And that means don't sign anything, don't do anything, agree to anything for 24 hours. Give yourself time to process, and that way talk to somebody that you trust. And then scams, roof scams, always report them, because for every one, they feel like 3 to 4 never get reported. You might save your neighbor some heartache. Oklahoma licensed roofing contractors, they're licensed through the State Construction Industry Board, and that number is 405-521-6550. And so don't hesitate to check up on people when you decide on a roofing contractor, you're just trying to decide between a couple. Call the Better Business Bureau and see if they have any unresolved complaints. Sometimes there's complaints, but if they resolve them, they're good people.
I'll even add a little point into mine. AG's office if you see any scams happening.
Absolutely. I've worked with them for years on things.
There you go. Jim, thanks for joining us. We'll see you back here next week. And don't forget, you can get more retirement advice from Jim. Visit news9.com/retirement.